Kind of just processing what just happened last night, which was kind of a historic moment. Not kind of. It was probably the most historic moment we've ever been a part of. I'd say it was. You know what I'm saying? Energy-wise, it was the amount of energy we were juggling. It was a crazy experience for me because what nobody knew is that I had this amount of pressure on me, right? But it's not because just me battling. Like, people seen that I had a battle, and in their mind, they were like, all right, so is he nervous about the battle, how ready he is? But in my mind, I was like, damn, like, if I fuck this battle up, everybody's legacy attached to mine because I'm bringing everyone back with me with this battle, you know what I'm saying? So I got Lush, Direct, everybody is there, and, like, if I fuck up that fucking, like, if I screw up and I don't perform like I'm supposed to, it's not just going to fall back on me, but it's going to fall back on my whole, like, I'm going to let everyone down. So I had that on my mind. And then when we got there, when Aczino got there, I walk in and it's, and I'm just like, damn, like, you have to understand that moment was so, that energy was so crazy to me. I was like, damn, like, this is like every, like, amount of pressure you could imagine. And like, and I'm a part owner, so it's also like, if it fails, I'm not just gonna go home and be like how it is with a normal battle and be like, you know what I mean? I have to worry about other shit, you know. So it's like super pressure, and we overcame it, man. I think the fact that the whole event was smooth, the way everything ran, on time, all the battles being good, the energy being good, led to me being comfortable. I think if shit was all weird leading up to my battle, I would have had this weird energy that would have went into the battle. So I want to thank my team, you know what I'm saying, for like creating that sick ass environment leading up to it, to where once all we had to do was perform. And we just not, you know, we knocked it out the park. I think we both did, you know what I'm saying, which is what I wanted. I wanted him to be able to go back home and for them to say that they won that, you know what I'm saying, and for us to be like, we won that. You know what I mean? And that's really what happened, you know what I mean? Because like people,
and a lot of people,
yeah,
a lot of people would have been crippled by that energy, like what he was talking about when the whole crowd. Imagine being in your own hometown. Somebody comes from another country, and there's literally a chant. That dude walks by, and people are throwing.
Yeah, he just walked up, like they just seen him. It's not like he even said anything.
Mariposas are flying as he walks through.
just insanity.
Rose petals at his feet. The whole crowd is chanting his name, and this dude like. But that's just a testament of like Diz's belief in himself and just connection to the energy of the universe and to God, that he didn't internalize that in a negative way, and instead made him rise to the occasion and do even better. Like he rode that energetic wave and capitalized off of it. I don't know anybody else that could have done that, especially when you know you're rhyming in a different language, which again the majority
in front of people
speaks.
Yeah, so it makes it's easier to do it in the mirror, or to like one person that speaks Spanish. They could be like, "All right, dope shit," and then you have like just 1,000 fucking eyeballs on you now that are just like, "Now do it." Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. So this is what happened, because I know he knew too. Like that feeling must have made me nervous. You know what I'm saying? So like, just to give people a little insight, what the fuck happened with me. So I was already going, the only thing on my mind was letting everybody down, right? Once that happened, there was about 0.5 seconds of it. Like it started for about 0.5 seconds. I don't even think it was a full second. Right. I felt like it was basically like, this is the storm. This is it. You're in the eye of the storm. I had like a slight feeling of nervousness, and then I was like, no, this is what I want. I was like, in my head, I was like, yes. And then I was like screaming in my head, fuck yeah. And then I'm like behind him in my head. And like then when I did that, this is some weird shit because I didn't even really process this. When I started thinking like that, instead of the energy that was coming, that was coming from them, instead of it feeling like it was pressure, I started absorbing it like a fucking Dragon Ball character. It was like, now the more they were yelling, it was like, yeah, like it was like powering me up. And by the time we got in there, I was just as amped as him. I think I started off slow. Like my fucking beginning would have been way stronger if I wasn't so excited. Like the beginning, I was just like, I had this feeling that I didn't have since like the grind time days. This is what's so crazy about all this full circle shit going on. Like it's that feeling kicked in of that just butterflies and shit. Like it was crazy, but I was excited. It wasn't even like a nervous one. It was just like a, wow, I'm about to really kill shit and I can't wait to get it out. You know what I mean? And then I just leveled it out.
And it's really like both of them were battling themselves and the expectations that people had more than they were battling each other. Because we really wanted to, beyond this to be the jump off point for our league, we wanted to showcase Chicano culture, to showcase Latin America and, you know, the contributions of Latinos to hip hop culture, which are so overlooked. And it's a huge detriment when Latinos have been part of the foundation and building blocks since like the South Bronx in the early 70s when hip hop was created, and people want to like overlook that. And we love, you know, I'm from West LA. I grew up in a Mexican neighborhood, so like that's like part of my culture as well. So we really wanted to showcase. At the same time, we got to let them know this is our house. This is, and when I say our house, this is GTX. This is like you're coming into our home right now.
Of that.
So that's why I was very methodical when introducing the battles. And these are little variables that people don't think about. And this is what makes us different. So that's why I introduced Aczino first, before Dizaster.
I don't know if that's why you did that.
No, that's 100% why I did
Yeah,
that. You know what I
makes
mean?
a lot
Like,
of sense.
and the fact I was nervous, that's a big risk doing that, because what could have happened is they all, because we know that they were there for him. A lot of people. Diz had people there for him, and the way
But
Diz
he
had
had more.
interacted, but he, you know, that was his crowd ultimately. And when like when Diz battled the Russian kid Oxxymiron, that was all his.
That was
crowd.
all his crowd.
And
That was
also,
like
and there's also like weird.
it was the battlers in his crowd.
And there's weird racial dynamics at play in that one, because that's like a white crowd. It's white Russian Europeans and a white Canadian battle league. So it's like all this like extra elements at play in that moment. But with this, it was different. This is our culture. This is us. And
I felt that too.
and you know, like
I felt that.
we're with the black and brown people when it comes down to it, rocking with this culture. Like we're a black owned company as well, you know, our partners. So there's a whole different energy. But the risk in introducing Aczino first is that they're gonna go crazy for him, and then I introduce Diz, and then it falls flat. But what wound up happening, because Diz commanded that energy so well, he wound up damn near getting a bigger reception on the intro than Aczino.
I did it. I did
It
two.
was close.
We did two. No, I mean, I had two like receptions, because then I did the I'm in grind time before I started my round.
Right.
I did that shit again
Right.
because like the intro was done, and then they thought I was about to rap, and then I was like, I'm in grind time. I was trying to think. It's crazy how it came to me. I didn't even plan saying that.
It was perfect.
It just came to me, and like I said it, and something or never. I have so many of these where I battle somebody, even people in America that I've brought. Rest in peace, PH. When I battle him, you know what I'm saying? Like I just didn't know what to expect. So many people. Shotty from the UK. I literally was his first battle. He's a legend in England. Like he's arguably the best British battle rapper of all time. You know what I'm saying? And battling him, I didn't know what to expect. And then Oxy, same shit. Like I knew he spoke English. We spoke because he like grew up in England. But like he's like, I've never rapped in English, so I'm like, man, this fool's probably not gonna know what to do. You know what I mean? And I keep, one thing I want to say is I keep underestimating these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I underestimated Oxy. I didn't think he would be as good as he was. And Aczino, the fullest, I underestimated. Like his English blew my fucking mind away.
That's a cold motherfucker right there.
I can't even believe some of the shit he said to me, to be honest with you. It kind of just like I was I was like, what? Like the Mia Khalifa shit that he said to me.
Amazing.
Like,
That was funny.
Amazing.
it was just his fucking accent.
was
Like
funny.
what
Now we
made
know
it-
what kind of porn you be watching, Aczino.
Yeah. What made it so fucking funny was just his. It was his accent, bro. He was just like, he's like, you know what rhymes with Dizaster? He's like, you look like Mia Khalifa 20 dicks after.
Deeks.
You know what I mean? He's like 20 dicks after.
Deeks.
Dicks after. You know what I mean? Like, that's so fucking funny, bro. Like, that's like the fun. I couldn't even contain myself when he said that. I really, like, died of
that. Was good.
He had a lot of crazy shit like that where he was killing me. He's like, you're lazy like a baby. And, like he just, like, was doing funny-ass shit. I was like, you hear me on the camera just chuckling through his whole fucking round because he was just...
I never really thought about how lazy babies were.
It's just the fun. I know it didn't really. He had actual bars. That wasn't really a bar of his. Like, he had the Galaxy Note shit.
That was hard.
Like, the whole shit about, bro. He had like some crazy ass shit, and then like, just what I was kind of expecting it. Right? I was like, is he gonna have humor? And I was like, Mexicans are so funny, like, because I play soccer with these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So, like, I know, like, when you play with, like, regular Americans, it's all just like, all right, I'll pass the ball. Everyone's just all serious. All right, man, foul and all that. You play with Mexicans, man, hey, bro, everyone's laughing at you. You might get nutmegged. Someone will pull your shorts down. Everyone laughs at you. Like, it's just...
and in real talk, though...
It's just funny-ass shit. It's, like, trolling. And, like,
no,
so I was thinking
Right.
in my head, like, man, this fool probably has a trolling personality thing. You know what I mean? And he kind of did.
No,
you know what I mean?
That's always what I've known about like Chicanos. Like,
yeah,
and their culture is like they're gonna test how cool of a person you are by roasting you.
Yeah, it was like the slick shit. You know what I mean?
Based on how you react, like if you like take it personally when you get roasted like by some Mexicans. Like they're gonna be like, oh, he's a fucking lame, and you might just get jumped afterwards. You feel me? But if you laugh about it and roast back, like you're gonna like 9 times out of 10 win them over.
He said 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, there's not one time.
I don't know what time.
Not to generalize.
This is a funny ass
like,
fucking.
When you like look at the overall
concept.
scope of the culture, that tends to be like so. And I knew that he was gonna be funny too.
Yeah, like his funny shit to me was like I liked his bars. But to me, what made the battle the best for me, like the back and forth, and while I was enjoying it, was when he was doing all the funny shit. Like, when he was serious, like, it was cool. And then his Spanish shit, like, I just felt like it was fucking nuts. Like, I was hearing so much of it. First of all, the dude goes, Pico de Gallo. And in my head, I'm like...
Cinco de Mayo.
Because I've rhymed them both together before. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I said that shit in like 2007 on Venice Beach. Like I was battling this dude. I said, your stomach is too full of...
I already knew
pico
he
de
was
gallo.
finna say that because it's just like the perfect rhyme.
So like, I'm sitting there, he goes, Pico de Gallo. So now he's going to the next rhyme, and I'm like, he's going to say Cinco de Mayo. Bro, this guy takes about like fucking a whole damn minute. Like, I'm talking about Pico de Gallo, like, he just keeps going. I'm like, Cinco de Mayo, Cinco de Mayo. And you see me on the camera trying to predict that he's going to say, and that dude does not say it till like fucking like 16 bars later, bro. It was like fucking ridiculous. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm dying right now. Like, this fool saying some crazy shit to me in Spanish. I should have never fucking rapped in Spanish.
He's like you. He's like you. That's the shit that you do.
Bro, like, this is why I love this dude. Because, like, I really, like, he's my favorite battle rapper right now. Like, and he's just so humble. Like, he went into the interview. He's like, Dizaster is my idol. He even told me that in the battle. Like, he's like, you are my idol. When he said that to me, I was like, man, this guy is the most amazing fucking battler ever. And, like, the fact that, like, he's so, like... he's unsuspecting. Like, you look at him, he's just this, you know, like, then he just turns into a demon with the like, it's just, he's like a Tasmanian devil. Like, people have always called me that. I feel like he's that more than anything, you know what I mean? And I was already a fan of him in Spanish when I was watching his battles, and then I became a real huge fan of him right now recently, like 3 weeks ago, when I seen some shit of him ripping some dude on, and like I commented on it. I was like, this is mind blowing. He starts, like, he goes with this cadence, and then it's like, he's just fucking firing like a machine gun and, like, doing all these facial expressions. I'm like, this guy is ridiculous. And I even commented on it, and he's seen it. Like, I knew this fool is, like, just like me in Spanish, and this is going to be a fucking problem. At that point, I was like, I probably should have prepared harder. Because I always underestimate motherfuckers.
You really don't need to even speak Spanish to realize how ill Aczino is.
Oh,
like,
man.
Just his command of, like, energy and cadence.
But hold on, I not to cut you off, but I really want to say this one thing about Aczino. The reason why I'm saying, like, I really, like, have this, like, respect for him. Like, I really love the dude because he's just, like, a freestyler still. He's like this fucking relic from a time machine. Like, it's like we get this opportunity. It's like a magical thing for us because, bro, we're real hip hop heads, bro. Like, this fool connected us to our childhood. Like, when you look at how he is and what he does, he's in tournaments, bro. That fool's a champion, bro. Like, he he really does this shit for real. He flips people's shit back at them. I know he was fucking rebuttaling half my shit. I already knew he was doing that. You know what I mean? He's fucking crazy. So like that's why like I just feel like you can't not respect this dude, bro. And then he's humble. You know what I'm saying? Like he could be a piece of shit, and then he'll make it hard for you to show him love, which is what happens with a lot of people. You know what I mean? But he's not that dude. Like, it makes it easy for you to give the dude his flowers because he deserves it. You know what I mean? So, and he gave me like my most fucking epic battle I've ever been a part of, bro. And that's hands down with everything that I've done. He has been the most, like, just that energy. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to replicate it. I really don't. Even though we're going to keep moving forward and doing crazy shit. We ain't playing, but bro, that energy is something else.
Oh, we got something that might match it.
I knew he was going to say that, but I'm just saying, look, the energy... Man, that felt like being at a fucking either a USA versus Mexico boxing match or a USA versus Mexico soccer match.
I'm going to tell you what saved the event right now. Straight up, what saved the entire event is the fact that we weren't serving alcohol there.
I believe that too, man, and we need to stick to that.
There would have been fights.
You're right.
Like, it's just inevitable. Like, 100%.
Yeah, I think that's what kept it together, and people were respectful. I was actually worried people were going to be talking through my verses.
We had gangbangers from rival hoods in there just chilling, fool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so many. It was the most diverse crowd environment. Like, there's, you know.
That's what a lot of people said, by the way. We're not just saying that. That was a common thing that people were saying over there. They're like, man, this is like such a diverse, like amazing crowd. And it was. It's that feeling, like just, it's that connection to everything. You know what I mean? We back. I really was at the time, like, because I go through my phases, man. I've been like this my whole life. I fall in love with other cultures. You know what I mean? I have my favorite cultures, but then I just always just go and find new stuff. And like Croatia was just, I'm just into it's from the soccer to like whatever it is that connects me to them. I just wanted to be part of that on a real level. There was no money there. They ain't have no fucking money. It's not a superpower.
Same with the
country.
Philippines.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, the Philippines thing is probably one of my most crazy experiences ever. You know, the Thrilla in Manila where Muhammad Ali and Fraser fought. A lot of people probably watching this are too young to understand, but that's one of the most prolific fucking boxing matches of all time, and it's a trilogy type of thing, and it happened out there, you know, and that's where it was sealed, and you know we battled on that fucking stage,
sold out the entire venue,
but that battle was like 12, 13, 14,000 people.
Arnetta Stadium. Yeah. There was literally, this fool went to a marketplace.
Come on, tell him.
In Manila the next day. And there was literally, these fools, God bless the Filipinos, my Pinoy brothers are the illest. These fools are selling bootlegs of the battle the day before with a cover and everything. Trying to sell the day after the event.
So like we did the battle. Listen what happened.
Is that?
No, this happened. This is what happened. So twice. This happened to me twice on the same trip. So we get up in the morning after the battle. It's like 5 in the fucking morning. I get up. I'm fucking wired. I'm in the Philippines, bro. I'm just energied out. I'm walking to a fucking produce fucking like the side streets. They have these produce fucking. I'm gonna go buy fruits and eat them. You know what I mean? And then I'm walking around, right? So first thing that happens is, on my way there, I see a 7-Eleven. So I'm like, I'm going to just stop at the 7-Eleven real quick. As I'm getting to the 7-Eleven, a guy pushing a wagon is just coming by me, and he's like, yo, CD. And I look at the DVD, bro, and I just happen to just look at the fucking DVD, and it's me and Loonie on the cover, like the battle that just happened last night. And I look at him, I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, is this the battle? I was like, is this a battle? What is this? Like, I'm asking, he's like, yeah, this is a big battle that happened. He's telling me this shit. I'm the fucking battler. He's telling me this shit. He's like, this is a big thing that happened. I was like, I'm the guy in the shit. He's like, oh, like, and he looks at me. I'm like, bro, you have like, and he had like 5, like, in here in America, I probably would have been like, yo, man, where's my money? You know what I mean? But since it was just, you know what I mean? He was just a humble dude in an area that was not so good. I was like, I'm gonna buy all these off you. Let me get all these motherfuckers, man. Let me get all these off you. So then I get them, and I walk to the 7-Eleven, and as soon as we get there, we're the front cover has like a bunch of shit, like has like stuff about what's going on, and then on the second page, bro, it's me and Loonie, and it's the Manila fucking the Manila. That's what it's called. The biggest fucking newspaper out there. Me and Loonie were in that shit. You know what I mean? We had a copy of the article.
Yeah.
It's online. It's all over the fucking internet.
That's crazy.
So we were in the newspapers the next day, and we were getting bootlegged on the street by.